I can hear you.
Yeah.
Reinier, you are back home in Amsterdam, correct?
Yeah, in Breda, in the Netherlands.
They have a very echoey room that you're sitting in there, but it's okay.
It's a very large house. It's a very large house.
He's in a very... I mean, given that performance, the house is going to get even bigger. We were just joking, Reinier, because it was only yesterday that I was with Paul and we had a couple of drinks after the show. Now we're here doing this. We're exhausted. You've flown back to Amsterdam and you made time for the show, so we appreciate it, brother. But I'm sure you've got a big smile on your face.
Yes, it's good to be home. It's nice to be home. It was a long trip, yeah, but it's nice to be back in the best country in the world.
Best country in the world. Talk to me about this fight. Obviously, Bo Nickal, you knew the threat coming in. He's got the wrestling, you've got the jiu-jitsu. As I said, it was the Dutch Thai boxing that got it done. But going into that fight, what were your biggest concerns?
Well, my biggest concerns is we don't really know as much about him. Huh? Let me say it a little different because it's very echoey, as you say.
It's okay.
Get to work, editors. Get to work. Well, the biggest thing is we didn't know as much about him, right? So we saw last time his striking was pretty decent. We know his wrestling is great, but it was hard to really pin down what he was going to do, to really pin down his game plan. But I was happy that I was able to stay away from the big shots, stay safe. I was happy that I can really implement my plan of getting close, hitting him with some good shots in the clinch. Yeah, couldn't be better, right?
Yeah, Reinier, I mean, you basically laid out the blueprint for us in the fighter meetings that week and told us, listen, I don't want to be standing too far away. I want to get right in his face. I want to almost force him to want to grapple with me if that's the case. And if he doesn't, and I end up in the clinch, I feel like I'm going to be much better there with the knees, with my elbows. And when you started fighting, I remember thinking, holy shit, like this dude just said exactly how this is going to go down. So how good did that feel for when you started landing the big knees to the body? You must have been thinking, this is exactly what we wanted. This is great. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, exactly. That gives a lot of confidence. If you notice that that the fight plays out the way you expected it to play out. As I said in the fighter meetings before, we really thought the fight was going to be won or lost in the clinch. And one of his main thing is he likes to pump, get you to step back, and then he likes to throw his stuff. So we thought if I could really pressure him, he's going to have a hard time even throwing something. And I think that showed because he was only letting his punches fly at the very end. And I think at that point he was just throwing crazy because he was already hurt.
Yeah.
What was the feelings when he decides to jump a guillotine? Were you just thinking, oh, baby, let's go?
Yeah, because I was able to get up, right? So I was wrestling up. I was looking to get to the double and try and get him on his back. And he goes for the guillotine, and I go, hey, that's nice.
Let's party.
I know how to defend this stuff. I think I've been here before a couple of times. For a moment, Von Flu went through my mind, but it wasn't there. He was wise to it. He pulled the hand out pretty quickly. But I think that moment was pretty important in the fight because it showed that I was able to keep him down once I got him down. So it made him worry about the clinch that much more, I think.
And Reinier, when you think back to your career outside of the UFC, and you held 2 belts, obviously, and you were very successful. You've only fought now 3 times in the UFC. That first fight, even though it was against Gerald and you got the finish, did you feel anything different from even fighting in the Apex versus when you were fighting outside? And now, do you feel a big difference from having just had your 3rd fight, being in a co-main event spot, and finally really taking on somebody that was supposed to be like a real challenge for you? Do you feel like now you're opening up and really showing 100% of who you were right before you got in? Because obviously they wanted you for a reason. They wanted you for what you were doing in one to come over here and do that same thing in the UFC. Do you feel like people are going to start getting a lot more on board with you now that you've had these 3 performances, and it's like, okay, this dude is a legit sign to this company and could be a real contender at 185 pounds.
Yeah. So leaving one was in a terrible position, of course. So I left, losing 2 fights in devastating fashion, and there were all kinds of reasons for it, of course, and it wasn't all the most fairly set up fights, of course, but whatever. I lost the fight, so I wasn't in the best.
Can you elaborate on what you're talking about?
I was fighting heavyweight. There's no way of talking
The
about
hydration stuff.
Oh, that to the drug
Steroids?
testing.
Yeah.
Stuff is not really there, right?
Yeah.
It's like they ask you before the fight, did you use drugs?
And that's it. That's the extent of the drug test.
It's the honor system, Michael. It's the honor system.
Yeah, it's a trust. You trust people. It's just like that.
Yeah.
But that's not that's the way it is. And I knew that before, so I could have done whatever I wanted to do as well. So it was my choice to take the fight. It was all it was on my end. There was nothing that I didn't know about. I know the practice they do there. I know how it all works. So I just fought at the time. I was at a pretty arrogant stage of my career as well. I just thought I can beat anybody in the world. Doesn't matter how big, how good, what they're on. Who cares?
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is at the end of the career, I was at a low point. I had to get out with a big fight with lawsuits and whatever going on, all the works. I got a fight at UAE Warriors with a lot of stress there. I don't know if you've ever heard any of the stories, what went on there behind the scenes.
I would love to hear them right now, real quick.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of pressure from One Championship to make sure that I didn't fight there in the craziest way. I was like unsure of fighting 30 minutes before the fight actually happened. Talking to lawyers all over the world, and the craziest, the baddest thing going into a fight. Then, fortunately, this is something I've always been able to do. Whatever happens, I just put the headphones on, get into the right mindset, and I know how to perform when it needs to happen, regardless of what's going on. So I was able to.
Sorry. No, go ahead. No, go ahead, please. Sorry.
I was able to finish the dude at UAE Warriors pretty easily in the first round. Quickly, didn't get hurt, all good. And then Ali, my manager, who set everything up and really helped me to get everything done here, got me the UFC fight. And I was still kind of building up at that point at the Gerald fight. I was still getting back into the confident guy I was before and getting everything in line. Still looking like to find a full-time place to train at, because I have a lot of good training partners here at home, but I really needed a place like KillCliff, like I found the fight after. And Gerald was a guy I already knew before, a guy I highly respect for his skills. And it was just a big thing to finally be in the UFC after all those years of.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sound like a bitch, but abusing one, because these people, they've really treated me badly over the last couple of years. So yeah, it was just the first fight was just a big thing, and afterwards I got through that, of course, in a good way, but it could have been a lot better that first fight. And after that, I got my training set up very well at KillCliff. I did a first full camp for the Kevin Holland fight. Really showed off in that one. Got back even sooner to KillCliff to prepare for the last fight. And I'm just seeing myself grow every time. Every session I get in there, I grow. I've always been a hard worker, but I didn't know this kind of hard work existed. I didn't know my body could take the amount of work I've been putting in right now.
Well,
Because at home, I thought I trained hard, but now looking back, it's not like nearly anything what I've been putting in at KillCliff.
well, now you are 20-2 with 18 finishes, 3 wins in the UFC, all stoppages. You just stuck out a major prospect. Of course, now you haven't got to deal with all the other bullshit, the unprofessionalism with all the other organizations. You know where you stand with the UFC. There's going to be no shenanigans. You're going to get paid. You're going to get paid well, and you're going to get big matchups. However, have you seen the bullshit that Bo Nickal's getting online? Have you seen all the abuse that he's getting? Because it's like, Reinder De Ridder was a 2-weight division champion. He stopped 18 out of 20 people that he's beaten. You've only got 2 losses on your record. You're 6'4", and they are coming after him, man. How the fuck do you make middleweight as well?
It was pretty hard this time. After the last fight, like everything I looked at kind of stuck to my body. So it was a hard one this time. I'm trying to stay away from food a little bit this time. But yeah, what you were saying, it's kind of like where society's at, and he has been on that crossroad of confidence and arrogance a bit, like I've been in the past myself, which is why, and he's had a lot of a lot of press and he's just a very popular guy already, and people like to hate on that stuff, man. But I think if he just does this, he'll be fine. Just put the phone away in another room for the next 3 days, spend some time with your wife and kids, then pick the phone up again next week, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So true.
It's so true. It's so true. It really is just right in the moment when that fight's still happening. We have a pay-per-view coming this weekend, a championship's on the line. Everyone's going to be talking about something else, and you can just move on.
Everyone's going to be talking shit about Belal, right? Let's be honest.
Let's be
honest. Love to. Yeah.
Absolutely love to.
You mentioned Sean Strickland as a next opponent. I love that matchup, and I love that call out.
Yeah, me too.
Any word on it? Has anybody reached out to you, even if it's not Sean, but did you talk to Mick or Sean? Have you talked to, has Hunter talked to you? Like, nothing?
No, not yet. I tried to find them at the event, Hunter and Mick, but couldn't after the fights. Everyone was gone after I did all the press. So it's up to Ali, man. He's done a lot of good work already for me. So let's see if he can get this one too.
I mean, to be fair,
if there's somebody that'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. But I kind of expected him to be like on Instagram already, Reinder De Ridder or whatever, but not yet. So we'll see.
Well, it's only been a day. A day. Yeah. So you got plenty of time.
That means he may not want it, brother. That means he might not want it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, Sean Strickland's in a tricky spot. I'm not sure I'd want to take on De Ridder. He'll probably use the fact that he's ranked so high. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but I don't think he's the guy to turn somebody down, really, right? I think he's kind of down for whatever.
Yeah. No, he is, to be fair.
Hopefully in the rank, maybe I'll go up in the rankings at least a little bit, right, now, after the fight.
Oh, of course. Yeah. But you're going to talk some shit. Like, if you were to, what's your biggest problem with Sean Strickland? Say it right now. Say it. Get us some headlines.
What
else was he like? Rant.
Fuck white
make it up, right? Yeah.
Jeans.
Yeah. Motorcycles. Fuck
gas don't work. Tesla shit.
Hey, you're in Holland. You called it the best country in the world. I've been there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to start to promote the fight already a bit.
Yeah, good. You live in Amsterdam?
No, I live in Breda. It's like, it's in the south.
What's the national dish? What's like the most common dish that people eat in Holland?
We like mashed potatoes with stuff. It's not that special. We the food is not the greatest thing here.
Come on. What,
No,
are you married? You got a girlfriend?
I got a wife, yes.
What does she like to cook for you?
Is she there?
She's there.
She's here.
I know you're looking at her.
She's making sure you don't say anything bad right now.
She's trying to hide now. No, I'm gonna have an American smoker here. Don't tell Sean, but it's a big American smoker barbecue. And I'm gonna make some nice brisket over the weekend for the
nice, dude. Yeah, hell yeah.
Beautiful. Well, listen, Reinier, we won't keep you too much longer. We'll let you go. Thank you very much for your time. I love the performance. I love the way you handled the crowd on the microphone. I thought that was fantastic. You're a big star, man. You got big things coming forward in your future. So congratulations on everything. Thanks for your time. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you guys soon.
All the best.